Hello everybody and welcome back to City Skylines, where I've been working a little bit off camera here. I tossed in a fire station it was over here. I tossed in a fire station up here. I didn't do too much off camera, but there's a little bit there, and there's also some power and water that is not in this waste transfer facility for obvious reasons. I just never ran it. That is definitely something that needs to be done. So we're going to run some water up over here, and some power. Cool. So that should be dealt with, and I was also taking a look at the JJ Gamer Park, and looking at this, we need to actually go here. We've had 76 visitors, so that's fantastic. We've got plenty of entertainment for the next level, so all we need to do at this point is wait for the park to level up. So that's fantastic. Looking down over this way, we do still have some sick people over here. I'm still hoping that this hospital will take care of it. And there are a number of ambulances over here. I'm thinking that they did not come from this hospital. Okay. Well, that may still be something that gets sorted out due to, like, availability and tagging the jobs. Oh, really? Ah, this ambulance, I guess, filled up? Yeah. Okay, so it didn't fully deal with this. There was one sick citizen it picked up, but it didn't pick up all of them. Interesting. And now that one's full. Can ambulances only carry one? I mean, that would make sense. But yeah, that's definitely something that we need to work on over here. We may actually, now that I think about it, let's take a quick look on our healthcare here. So we've got this hospital here, which is basically full at this time. We do have, what is this over here? This is a sauna? Yeah, that's not amazing. We could put in another hospital up here to service this island. That's probably not the worst of concepts. Where would we put that? Like over here, probably, just based on its size. Yeah, like here. Okay. And let's see here. 4 ambulances in use immediately. 5. Okay. So we're obviously going to need to run power over this way. And we can do that in a temporary fashion, like so. That won't need to be there forever. It should be pre-watered, so there's no problem there. Cool. Now, up over here, there's still a lack of raw goods. Well, not enough buyers, actually. Interesting. Well, we're not planning on expanding the casserole district, so that's fine. There's some garbage collection issues over in the Sigma 162 Heights, and I did want to continue to look at this situation here, which is certainly not ideal. Okay, I want to change this on-ramp here. It would definitely be better if we were to run this on-ramp. Oops, I did not need to be in straight line. We needed to be in freeform. There we go, that makes more sense. Run this down underneath here, like so, and then bring it around and merge it in over this way. That will make it a lot more efficient, and then we will make sure that this intersection, it doesn't want to let me select that intersection, I guess? Or, okay, it let me select that one. There we go. That was interesting. But I want to make sure that that connects up like so. Cool. Now, we could maybe have there be an outlet over here as well. But for now, that'll do. So that will clean this up somewhat. That won't do too much for this over here. Is this a traffic light? I don't think I set that up as a traffic light, but it might have automatically become one. It did. Okay, so what we want here is we want to make sure that these lanes are going like this. This lane here is the one that can turn off this direction. So that would go like that, in theory. Cool. So something kind of like that. And then as far as our signage here goes, we would want there to be a yield sign here, and we would want to make sure that this connects in right here. So a yield there, this would go straight in like so. And then otherwise, this is currently going this direction, which I don't love. Okay. I want to select this intersection. There we go. And I want to bring this here. Like so. There we go. So we control that traffic flow about like that. And then we would want this to also be yield. This is priority here. Okay. So this intersection up here clearly needs more work. And I'm just thinking about the overall traffic flow here right now. This section here is problematic. And the reason for that is this merge in. Okay. So there's a couple of things that I want to do here, I think. First thing I'd like to do is make this... Actually, I don't want to get rid of it. I want to make this be one way, one lane, going out. I want this to be outflow, like this. Okay. Now, this situation here is awkward. I'd like to make this be one lane as well, going this direction. So going this way. And then we're going to need a way to get on to this from here. So the way I'd like to do that is by having something that comes out over this way. I don't know about this exact angling. Actually, that could work there. And then we bring it in over this way-ish. I want to get it further underneath. Okay. It's not wanting to go under this. I'd like to get it under this highway over here. This is a very awkward situation that we've got going on here. There's no doubt about that. The best way to do it may, in fact, be to have it be down here. Cannot build on water. What? This is a tunnel. What do you mean I can't build a tunnel on water? Okay, that's interesting. I guess we'd have to branch it off up over here instead. Which is probably reasonably fine. That slope too steep. Okay. So I'd want to bring it in something kind of like this, and then have it link in over this way somewhere. I mean, here would not be ideal under any circumstances. So I'd like to back this off a bit and try this again. I'd like to bring it in. What was that spot? I saw a valid spot here. Here. Okay. And we could bring it in down over this way, I suppose. That is reasonably doable. I don't love this bend here, but given what we have to work with, that might be our best bet. And then I want to make sure that this only connects into... Wait, what am I doing? We need to go this direction, don't we? Yeah, we're going this way from here, I think. We're going off here. I'm thinking about this backwards. What am I doing? We need to go down here and get rid of all this. This needs to be flipped around because we're crossing traffic here. What am I doing? Okay, so we flip this around like so. That connects in... No, this comes this way. I was thinking about this correctly, but that is a very sharp angle. And I think that I want to rebuild this connection to have that be coming off up over like this direction would be ideal. We might need to get rid of that. Because, yeah, this flows this way. I was correct here. This would be perfect. This is already outflow. So that's fine for people trying to get here. Okay. I guess that works. Cool. So something like that. And then we need to get from this tunnel onto this road. Or do we? I'm not 100% convinced that we do. Interesting. Okay, so that's reasonably fine. Is that stoplighted? Yes, it is. Let's get rid of that and make sure that we don't have any other awkward stoplights that we don't want. Okay. Looks good. So this is flowing, kind of. Oh, this is stoplighted. We don't want that stoplighted, for sure. This is just supposed to be an on-ramp. Okay. I want to check our laning here. Okay, we'll do something like that. Fantastic. Okay, we'll see how this ends up flowing here after it somewhat cleans up. Emphasis on somewhat. I'm wondering what the point of going this way is right now. There's relatively minimal traffic going that way currently. Well, here comes some. Okay, now we're starting to move a bit. Emphasis on a bit. Okay, so right now our big problem is actually this right here. This is our issue currently. So the question is, how do we go about dealing with that? That's a good question. We need quite a lot more throughput in this intersection. That is clear. Where are most of these vehicles going? Up into that tunnel. Up into the tunnel. Down that way. Okay. A lot of them are going up into this tunnel, and so this merge-in becomes our problem there. Okay. So one thing we could think about doing is somewhere over, like, here-ish? I don't know if we can actually connect this here. It doesn't pop up. But I'd like it to be the center lane. Because I want this merge-in to go a little bit more smoothly. Of course, a lot of that is this traffic line, which is stopping here. That looks like a stoplight. Hang on a moment. Yep, let's get rid of it. That shouldn't be stoplighted. That should make this flow a lot more smoothly. And then we come up over here, where we're sitting here. Now, the awkward part about this, of course, is we have a lot of traffic coming this way, but also coming this way. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually forbid turning here. So we're not allowed to turn this way here. But what I am going to do is I am going to put an off-ramp going over here. Like that. Okay. Now this merge in here is a little bit awkward, but it is broadly flowing well. But there's a lot of traffic down here, that's for sure. A whole lot of traffic. But by fixing some of these downstream issues, I'm hoping to fix some of these other issues. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this section here up to a 6-lane. Like that. I also wouldn't necessarily mind upgrading this over here, but we'll see how that ends up going. We could upgrade this as well. Like that. Okay. That'll give us at least more storage capacity there. And I mean, this over here wouldn't be bad to upgrade either, but I don't think that's strictly speaking necessary right now. Okay. So looking at this situation here, this is cleaning up somewhat. Somewhat. This is definitely flowing a lot better. Oh, I saw a turn there that should be forbidden. That would be this here. This should only allow turning this way. It does not allow... Yeah, straight only here. We should not be turning like this. We should be turning like this. No, stop it. Stop it. Okay. We're going to define these lanes here. This lane goes here. This lane goes here. Or here. This lane goes here. Period. End of story. I suppose this lane, well, this lane could also go here. Like that. Okay. No more of this. And then as far as this situation goes here, apparently we can't select these. This seems to be a little buggy sometimes, where it doesn't want to let you select them. Only this lane goes here, and then that's like a turn-only lane. Or actually, it doesn't need to be turn-only. It can be like this. Okay, there we go. So let's define that like so. That should make this flow a whole lot better. Beautiful. Okay. So we'll keep a bit of an eye on that. That should help a lot of this to clean up. These guys are kind of diving over to a far lane here, which isn't necessarily what we want. We want this to connect in here to this near lane. There we go. Now, most people are just skipping this here and taking this bypass, which is completely understandable. But maybe they shouldn't be. I'm wondering what the point of this bypass even is. If we were to just eliminate that, they just go straight through here, which should even be higher throughput. Of course, now they have this cross traffic to worry about. But there's not a lot of that, all things considering. And the cross traffic yields. That seems pretty decent. Okay, I don't love people exiting this way. We should definitely do something about that. These lanes are only straight. We could put in an off-ramp here. But honestly, that's what this is for. So take that if that's what you're going to do. That's a right-hand turn, and that will be much better. Cool. So in terms of our demand right now, there's not a lot. I do want to look at some problems that we're currently facing other than traffic. It looks like we do have some dead people over here. We have some garbage up over here. Again, 0% full, only 13 garbage trucks in use. 6 garbage trucks in use. I don't know what to say about that. Some dead people up over here. I have done a little bit of dead people work over this way, and ultimately I think that's mostly just a deficit that we need to work through there. This down over here, we could definitely put in a crematorium like here. And also maybe one up over this way. Perhaps here. Okay. There we go. We've got some crematoriums needed over this way as well. I believe I put one in recently-ish. No, it's only the one over here. So we really probably could use another one. We'll put one in here. There we go. And that should help some of that. Our biggest problem over here is just not enough customers. That's for sure. We're still having this sickness deficit here, even with this hospital right here. So this hospital must be pretty overloaded. Let's take a look at our overall hospital coverage. It's not the best I've ever seen, that's for sure. We could put in another hospital like over here. That's a very long ways away and not a particularly efficient location. So that's definitely an issue. There's this up over here. We could put in simply a clinic up here. And that would definitely help coverage up this way. Okay. We could also put in a clinic like up here. Like that. Okay. We'll do that for the time being. I don't necessarily think that that will fix the problem, but more pickup throughput would always be good. We could also cram in a clinic up over this direction. That wouldn't be a terrible idea either. So we'll get that online. There we go. Now, this traffic here is starting to pick up. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, that is starting to pick up. I think that having an additional tunnel over this way, if we branch this off here and like Y-split it, have that come off over this direction, and then bring that in over here, and have it, I don't love this angling, but have it come in like over this way, like that. That should relieve some of the strain on this intersection. Now, our biggest intersection problem is still this, and I'm not sure what I want to do about it just yet. Yeah, I'm not getting ideas springing to mind at this moment on what I want to do about this intersection here. It is definitely a problem. Traffic is flowing. It's not at a basically complete standstill. So that is something to think about for sure. And we should have sufficient crematorium coverage up here now. Yeah, I think that just needs to work through that deficit that we were talking about. So that should be reasonably fine. This is quite heavily loaded. Okay. Interesting. So we might be able to do some lane work here. Specifically, this would go here. This would go here. This would go here. Like that. I mean, these would all connect straight in like this, obviously. Unless we wanted to merge all of these lanes together. Can we... I'm just wondering how I modify this. How I would get rid of this. Let's see here. Controls. Delete and backspace to reset to default. Okay, so we do that. And then what if we were to merge, because this traffic is relatively minimal, hypothetically. But what if we were to do something kind of like this? Like that. So that way, this should always have a lane that it can move into. These guys are not moving. Okay, now they are a bit. Okay, I feel like we really only need one lane here, if I'm honest. I don't want these to be one way. Let's not do that. Thanks very much. We'll get that fixed and that fixed. But yeah, now that this is only one lane, I feel like this will actually work a little bit better because these guys get all merged together, and then this lane is dedicated for this merging in. Like that. There we go. And then after that, they can go back to using this lane if they so desire. Cool. Now, what are these guys trying to do? Are they trying to do basically the same thing? If so, they should connect here and, well, this would do fine, connecting here like that. This would go here, and then this would go here, and this would go kind of like that. Ish. Like that ish. But really, again, I feel like this might actually be better off as a single lane. So I just changed that. Okay. Let's move that back like so. And then upgrade. Apparently we can't upgrade this. We can upgrade this. But chunks of this, like, can't be changed? I don't know. That's weird. We'll get rid of these chunks and just try to build it back. Yeah, it doesn't want to build that. So what if we got rid of all of that and then looped this around like that? And that works, I guess. So we're going to do basically the same thing in terms of this intersection here. So I'm going to reset this back to its default. And now we're going to have this come in here. Come in here. There you go. And then we'll merge these down like that. Cool. Okay. So that should definitely flow a lot better. This cross traffic isn't great. This, in fact, should not be allowed. So let's see what we've got going on here. You are supposed to be straight only. You are supposed to be only straight, and you are only supposed to be straight. There we go. No turning allowed here. Perfect. Cool. So that should start to flow much better. This situation here is maybe a similar sort of situation where we'd want to have this merge in like so. These two lanes combine, and then this lane just goes straight, like that. They're still stopping here, and I don't have an explanation for that, but that's fine. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, hopefully, this park will level up. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of our channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and everyone else. And, of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.